and you're at ivyvibeztarot. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. Let me make sure my mic is on. Yes. So I want to continue the series that I was talking about with Venus in all the houses and going through all of the different zodiac signs. So, um, in order for you to, have an idea of what's going on with this, you need your birth chart so that you can see. And in order for you to have an accurate birth chart, you need to know your time of birth so you know where the placements of all of the um, planets and everything were at your time of birth. So we are moving into Venus in the second house, and this is a house of personal resources, material wealth, value, self-worth, and the fifth house, in the five senses. Uh, so it is traditionally ruled by Taurus. Taurus is the second house. So Venus actually loves being here. Okay. This house determines how someone views financial security, um, tangible possessions, what they consider are valuable, and how they physically comfort themselves. Okay. Because we're dealing with aspects of Taurus and all the things that Taurus represents. So when Venus is here, love is immediately tied to material stability, sensual pleasure, and how a person values themselves and their partner. This is probably someone that's going to give, like, I'm not going to say it, I don't know, maybe a lot of gifts, but Venus in the second house, when it comes to Aries, also in your second house, Aries brings an urgent and impulsive and competitive energy to the second house of finances. Now, understand that when I say Taurus rules the second house, so no matter what other sign is in there, that is Taurus's house. Okay, Taurus is like the address of the house, and then Aries would be the one that lives there. Okay, so people have a understanding of what it is that I mean. And then going into the aspects of Aries. So Aries is going to bring that impulsive, competitive type of urgent energy to the second house of finances and self-worth. They view money as a tool for freedom and conquest, and their self-worth is tied to their ability to win and be self-reliant. You may have some of these traits. If you don't know um, what house, where the placements are in your houses or whatever, you may kind of understand and get it if you look at yourself and you'll see, or other people. So how love is expressed, and again, this is supposed to be also tied to understanding, um, kind of like with love languages, or just understanding the fifth and the seventh house when it comes to like partnerships and love and stuff like that. So how love is expressed and received. They express love by spending money impulsively on you, buying gifts on a whim because it reminded them of you right then and there. They are fiercely protective of what they own, okay? And including their partner, they probably are very possessive when it comes to their partner. But the way that they receive love when a partner builds up their self-worth by praising their independence, and when a partner invests in their passions quickly without making them wait. Okay. It may kind of feel a little selfish. I don't know. Anyway, if you hear something and you resonate with it, I'd appreciate it if you would just please like it, give it a thumbs up. Taurus in the second house. So this is, again, Taurus is the one that has the house, but then you also might have Taurus living there. So Venus in um Taurus in the second house with Venus, okay? Venus is incredibly powerful here. Again, it's like a double um dual thing because you have Taurus already ruling there, but then Taurus already being there in your placements. This aligns perfectly with the second house because naturally this is Taurus energy, and this creates an absolute fixation on material security, luxury, and comfort, and the five senses. So they're going to be all about that. Their self worth is deeply anchored in their physical stability and what they possess. That's like everything to them. So, how they express love, they express love through tactile, high quality consistency. Okay. They will cook gourmet meals, buy expensive things, enduring gifts, and build a beautiful physically comfortable home like environment. Okay, because they're all about the senses, and wanting things to feel good. All right. Um, they receive love through material security and sensory indulgence, holding hands, financial transparency, and a partner who respects their possessions and matches their need for a slow, luxurious pace of life. Because again, they are not the ones that are going to move really quick. They're going to be practical in how they do things, but steady and making sure that this is something that is going to be stable and it's going to be around for a long time. All right. So, Gemini in the second house. Gemini introduces a dual intellectual and consistently shifting energy to the house of value and resources. They don't value stagnant wealth, they value information, books, gadgets, and variety. Okay, because we're talking about air and the way that that moves. How you doing? Thank you for coming to my live. Their self-worth is tied to their intelligence and how resourceful their mind is. Okay, so the way that they love, and this is Gemini now in the second house, they express love by investing financially in things that stimulate the mind, by buying you books, concert tickets, or weekend trips. They express love by literally vocalizing what they value about you. Okay, and we're looking at how someone shows their love. Um, they receive love when a partner engages their mind, values their intellect, and doesn't try to restrict their spending on hobbies, learning, or social expenses. This is the thing that I've come to like understand or learn when it comes to really understanding a person and why they do certain things. Knowing the aspects in their birth chart is definitely going to be very helpful because it's informational. And this way, you don't really have to sit up there and try to figure out this person. Why do they do this? Why? It's in their physical makeup. It's part of their astrological makeup, I should say. It's inherently theirs. This is just who they are. And so it's not like it's something that they can get away from because if they try to, then they're going against their own nature. It's going to be really challenging. Cancer in the second house. Cancer brings a deeply emotional, protective, and hoard oriented energy to the second house. Okay. Money and possessions or are not about status when it comes to them. They are about emotional safety and family security. Their self-worth is tied to how well they can protect and provide a foundation for their loved ones. Okay. How they express love is by investing in the home, buying sentimental decor, nesting, and ensuring that the kitchen is fully stocked. Like you never had to worry about needing anything. There's always food. You always got your clothes, just all those things. That they're the nurturer. Okay. They use their resources to feed you and make you feel secure. They receive love when a partner treats their home like a sanctuary, respects their emotional attachment to sentimental items, and contributes to a shared nest egg. really wanting to come together and build together. Hopefully, you guys are actually understanding, like looking at yourself and seeing yourself in some of these things, or seeing your partner in some of these things. Maybe even understanding how your parents are and how you were raised when it comes to certain things, because again, everybody's going to show their love in a different way. All right. So, Leo in the second house. Leo infuses the second house with dramatic flair, royalty, and a need for luxury. They always want the finest. Money is used to buy status, express generosity, and command respect. Their self-worth is tied to how much they can gen- generously bestow upon other people, wanting to outshine others um, through their possessions. Okay. How they express love. They express love through lavish, grand scale generosity. Always have to have the biggest and the best when they're giving something, possibly as like a gift for your birthday, anniversary. You know what I'm saying? It always has to, because they want that attention too. So they're going to express their generosity on a grand scale. They will buy you top tier designer brands or treat you to the finest dining, wanting you to feel like royalty. Okay. They receive love when their generosity is loudly appreciated. Like you have to over proclaim it. Oh, I just, love when you do this. And that really builds them up. It goes into their ego. But showing your appreciation very loudly, and when a partner spoils them back with gifts that show that they are highly valued and admired, they will like just drink this in. Okay, that's something that they really love. For Virgo in the second house, again, we're dealing with the earth sign. Okay, and again, if you are resonating with any of this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll try to get through all of these so you guys can actually see, and if you are looking for help with your birth chart, leave it in the comments and I will help you out. Virgo in the second house. Virgo brings a meticulous, analytical, and practical energy to the house of finances and resources. They value utility, health, organization, and frugality. Okay. It might seem like they're being cheap, but they're really just trying to, you know, maintain without having to give a whole lot. Complete opposite of Leo. Their self worth is entirely tied to being useful, self sufficient, and keeping a flawless budget. Everything is just, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, like very meticulous. How they express love through highly practical financial support, helping you balance your budget, paying off a practical bill, or buying you high utility items that will improve your daily health or work. Okay. They're really, really all about practicality. They receive love when a partner respects their thriftiness. You might find them at the thrift store a lot. Okay. And values their hard work and proves that they can be trusted with a joint bank account without causing financial chaos, because they're going to want to know, what is this for, and we have to make sure that we're being cool. It's almost like they'll give you that feeling like they're always saving for a rainy day. We need to have this money in here just in case, kind of thing. So, moving on, Libra in the second house. Libra brings a strong aesthetic sense um, and a need for balance and partnership. Um, this is the kind of energy that they're going to end up bringing, because, again, we're looking at the scales and how they're most comfortable when everything is balanced. So, they value art, beauty, fashion, and relational harmony. Their self-worth is closely tied to how beautiful and balanced their surroundings and relationships are. Like they're not having any rifts with anybody. You know what I'm saying? The way that they express love is by spending money on shared beautiful expenses. I'm sorry, experiences, art galleries, beautiful artwork, clothing, things that are aesthetically pleasing to upgrade the home, um, like faucets, getting real nice designer faucets, sinks, dressers, bedroom sets, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it upgrades the home and makes it better. Instead of getting the like a nice ceiling fan, that's going to be something to improve the home. Things like just different things like that, but they look nice too. They receive love. Um, this is the other thing with Libra though too. When they're doing it, they probably like half. Okay. Oh, I can go half in I can go in half with you with this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we both are balancing things out because nobody can claim that this one thing is just theirs because we both are going in on it to move towards the same goal of the same thing that we want, having everything balanced, um, and bringing these upgrades to the home. Okay. So if you buy even two different items, one person can get one thing and somebody can get something else, but we want to also make sure that they match in cost. So the way that they receive love, when a partner contributes equally to the financial dynamics of the relationship and invests heavily in keeping their environment visually pleasing and harmonious. And this is one of those things too, where if you just look at um, their places, they may do those kind of things where, when you go in someone's place and they have this thing on the wall, they'll probably have the same thing on the wall on the other side, or make sure that it's all balanced. They're not going to be the kind of person that'll have a bed set and only have one nightstand. They got to have some on both sides so it looks like it's also balanced and even to the eyes. Scorpio in the second house. Scorpio brings an intense, secretive, and psychological energy to the second house, and they view money as a source of hidden power and control, often keeping their finances close to their chest. They're not always going to let you know what they got because they want to keep it to themselves. And it's like whenever they do throw it out there, you be like, I didn't know that you had that. One of those kind of things, okay? Um, Sort of like not letting their left hand know what their right hand has. Always want to have that element of surprise, just not open to letting everybody know exactly what they've got. Their self-worth is tied to their psychological resilience and what they secretly possess. Oh, I have this over here, but nobody knows. Well, I don't know. Kind of to me, it's almost like, what good is it? I mean, I get it. You have something and nobody knows that you have it, but then what does it really mean? Nobody knows that you've got it. The way that they express love through absolute material devotion, and what is theirs is yours completely. Okay. So when they say, it's no problem, like this is yours too, like what's mine is yours. Basically, it that's what it is. And so what is theirs definitely is yours completely, but it comes with a demand for total emotional loyalty. Like you cannot stray. Like this is not the kind of thing where if we're together, I kind of see you talking to this other person. You don't talk to me that way. So it might feel like betrayal. You can't do that. Okay. They also buy deeply meaningful, intimate type of gifts, probably things that only you would really appreciate. They receive love through total transparency regarding shared assets. And when a partner shows that they value the relationship over any material object. Okay, so we might have this, but if you value me over what we have, then that means more to them. Sagittarius now in the second house brings a lucky, expansive, and gambling energy to the house of resources, so be careful. They don't accumulate wealth to sit on it. They view money as a tool to buy freedom and experiences and education. Their self worth is tied to their wisdom and life experiences. Okay, we got this money, let's go do something with it. You're damn right. Are you buying? They express love by spending money on adventures, plane tickets, being spontaneous, um, doing spontaneous outings, just on a whim. I got this money, let's go do XYZ, let's go here, let's do this. They are incredibly generous and loose with their money when they are in love. Don't get it twisted. They receive love when a partner embraces financial risk with them. They don't feel like they're in it alone. And values their philosophical, almost gonna say it, philosophical outlook, and never makes them feel caged financially or restricted in that kind of way. They want to be able to still have the freedom to feel like, we don't have to, I know we got to watch our money, but we don't have to watch our money. It ain't like you putting a cap on what I can spend. Capricorn in the second house. Capricorn brings a disciplined, long term, and serious energy to the second house. They value assets, land, legacy, and societal status. Their self worth is directly tied to their financial independence, career success, and ability to be the ultimate provider. Again, it's an earth sign. So, how they express love through long term financial security. They show love by investing in your business, buying property with you, or setting up structural financial plans for the future. And they receive love when a partner respects their work ethics, their values, their material ambitions. I cannot speak today, and treats their shared financial goals with absolute seriousness. Okay. Um, because they're all about, again, as earth signs, stability. If any of this stuff is resonating, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. There are other houses and other things that I'm going to get into as well when it comes to love lives and where you can find a person, how they may end up looking, and different things like that. Even when it comes to getting over like childhood wounds, and we'll have to look at your Chiron for that. But I digress. All right, so Aquarius in the second house. Aquarius brings an unconventional, detached, and humanitarian energy to the second house, and they value intellectual freedom, unique technology, and social causes over traditional luxury. Their self worth is tied to their individuality and how much they stand out from societal norms. They express love by finding unique, quirky projects with you or donating to causes you both care about. And they buy unconventionally high, um, let me say that, again. They buy unconventional, highly specific gifts, okay, that show that they know your weirdest interests. So, how you doing? Thank you for coming to my live. They're going to be that one that when they get you something, you're really going to feel like, wow, they really know me, okay? They receive love when a partner accepts their unique way of handling money, values their mind, and respects their need to spend resources on their community or friends. Pisces, if she's last but not least, Pisces in the second house introduces a dreamy, boundless, and sacrificial energy to the second house of resources. They have a completely detached relationship with the material world, okay? Money comes and goes like the tide, okay, for them. Their self worth is tied to their spiritual connection and emotional empathy. How they express love is through total selflessness with their resources. They don't have any kind of problem when it comes to spending for those that they care about. Okay. They will give you their last dollar to shirt off their back, or buy you e- ethereal, like artistic type of things that are going to fit that spiritual side, like different things with gifts, poetry, art, or costume, um, playlists, like just custom playlists. I'm sorry, different things like that that um, go more on the spiritual side. They receive love when a partner protects them from being financially taken advantage of, anchors their self-worth when they feel down, and respects their creative, non-materialistic nature. All right. Um, there's a lot to the houses and understanding the placements. What I would like to be able to start to do is really getting more into how you can use these things to your advantage so they can actually help you, not just understanding others or making your relationship with people better, but even understanding yourself and just knowing this is how I should kind of like go about this thing or that thing. I tend to use it when I look at the placements in things that are going on to say, okay, well, I know I'm feeling this kind of a mood. Let me see where things are in my house that deals with finances. What's going on? Where are the planets and what planet is having this effect on me right now with this here? Those are the kind of things that I want to get into when we have all these different changes because, again, planets are moving all the time, the energy is flowing and moving all the time. And the more you know about yourself, I feel like the better you'll be able to navigate through life. So I hope that you guys were able to stick with me and get through this and enjoyed this. I appreciate those of you that have come to my live. Um, and if you are, like I said, interested in this type of content and would like to see more of it, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. I am still trying to build it up. I'd love to see my subscriber base get over 1,000 and my watch time hours really start to skyrocket. And let me know what other kind of things you guys are interested in when it comes to the card readings that I do, when it comes to the astrology aspect of it, and even parts of numerology, because I am going to be putting some of that in and on my channel as well. So thank you again for coming to my channel, for watching my video, and just being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, all my subscribers, all my viewers, even my haters. Thank you so much. But this is going to be it for me. And until the next time, my loves, you guys be well.